An education system flawed from the root up. That's according to SLP candidate Virginia Albert-Poyotte, a veteran educator and former principal. She is placing a microscope on the education sector during the COVID-19 pandemic, specifically the early childhood sector that has been clamoring for support since the state-backed economic relief program elapsed in September.
I'm very passionate about education, and we have to ensure that our early childhood, the children who need access to early childhood, that we should not disadvantage persons who cannot afford. Government must provide that kind of support so that every single child will have a solid start in their life and in their education.
Poyotte says the matter runs deeper than solely support to practitioners, but rather parents who have found themselves without suitable arrangements to house their children while venturing out to work.
If government take on the responsibility for providing education for every single St. Lucian from the cradle to the grave, then these children, they had to cater for them, and not a matter of it's the responsibility of the parents. We have to ensure that we provide quality education, and it starts with the foundation. The foundation is early childhood, and we cannot allow persons who can afford, they are the ones who will get that kind of privilege for their children, while the children from the poor and the needy will never get access, and they'll always be lagging behind in education. So the government has that responsibility to provide that kind of support for the parents.
Early childhood practitioners made considerable investments in ensuring that school plans were COVID-19 certified, only to have schools closed down mere weeks after reopening. Poyotte says support for the sector is urgently needed.
The Ministry of Education should have given some thought on how they would address the issue of early childhood, where some people had a lot of private schools, and these schools are closed now. Now they are on the breadline. They do not have money to support themselves, and the parents have to try their best at home with the children. So the system is flawed, there are gaps, and we need to ensure that we address that.
The early childhood sector on Friday, December 11th, released a press statement detailing a virtual mental health session for practitioners, which took place on Thursday under the guidance of psychotherapist Mr. Shane Joseph of Toronto, Canada. The statement reads, quote, "The association saw the importance of reaching out to the membership and showing support during these difficult times when schools are closed and there is no income filtering. The early childhood sector has been under tremendous pressure during this year and is struggling to sustain its centers, staff, and personal livelihood." Unquote. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.